levels of biological organization. This is a fundamental question for all students of biology and medicine. So the first level here, we have the atom, the atomic level. Okay, so if we have a compound like C6H12O6, right? How it's written? Well, I can't remember. So this means we have 6 carbon atoms, we have 12 hydrogen atoms, and then we have 6 oxygen atoms. I think this is glucose. So this is the atomic level we are talking about. And then from the atomic level, we have the molecular level. We have the molecular level. So the molecular level, okay, let's say the molecule. Now here we have the biomolecules, like we have the carbohydrates, biomolecules. We also have the acids, nucleic acids. DNA is a biomolecule. Of course, they are very essential for living things. So after the molecular level, molecules combine together and then to form the cell. So we have the cell, the cellular level, and this is where life begins. Life begins at the cellular level. So organisms like bacteria, they exist as a cell. So at the cellular level, life begins. So the red blood cells, the light blood cells, these are cells, of course, that perform functions, cellular functions. So, and these cells, they have organelles, like small organs that help them, enable them to perform these functions, like the mitochondria, they have the nucleus, or they have the ribosomes, and the likes of it. So, cells do come together to form tissues. So this is the next level, the tissue level. So cells combine to form tissues. These tissues, like the nervous system, so we have a network of tissues there, and then the blood too is a tissue. So these tissues combine together then to form what we call organs. So tissues combine to form organs. So the heart is an organ, the lungs is an organ, the liver is also an organ. These organs, they combine together to form what we call organ systems. They form organ systems. What are organ systems? We have the cardiovascular system, the system of the heart, and of course, the arteries, the veins that transport the blood. We have the circulatory system, of course, which is the blood. We have the excretory system, we have the reproductive system. So these organs come together with tissues and, of course, some other cells to perform functions. So they form the organ system. These organ systems, the organ systems combine to form together to form the organism. The organ systems combine together to form the organism. So an organism has a circulatory system, excretory system, cardiovascular system. All these organ systems put together make up the complex organism. So man is an organism, plants are organisms, as well as other animals are organisms. But it did not just end here. So it continues. When one, two or more organisms come together and they are of the same species, we call them population. So two or more persons together of the same species, two or more organisms of the same species, we call them population, right? So then, after the population, another level here is the community. So when species come together, they form what we call the community. So community is a combination of different species coming together to form the community. So here, after the community, we have another level of organization called we have the biome. So biome, no, here we have, first we have what we call the ecosystem. So group of communities come together to form the ecosystem. The word eco means home. So ecosystem means a geographical area where we have group of communities, all the populations in a community and their interaction with their environment. So the ecosystem comprises of both the living and non-living. We are talking about the communities living in the geographical area and how they interact. You know, ecology is the study of how organisms interact with their environment. So at the ecosystem level, we are not just talking about the organism or the community or the population. We are also relating the organism, we are relating the populations to their immediate environment. So here there is an environmental interaction between the living things, of course, and the environment. So after the ecosystem, we have the biome. Biome here, so ecosystems, they form the biome. Like we have the savanna biome, we have the forest biome, we have the mangrove biome. So biome here is a bigger part of the ecosystem. So here it is a geographical area that we can find different types of ecosystem in that particular geographical area. And then the biome, after the biome, we have another one which is called the biosphere. The biosphere is the highest level of the organization here. The biosphere is a part of the earth. So remember, we have in our basic biology, we have the atmosphere. Atmosphere is talking about the gaseous portion of the earth, the gases, atmosphere. Then we have the lithosphere. The lithosphere is talking about the earth, the crust, like the soil. Okay, and then we have the biosphere. Okay, we also have the hydrosphere, which is talking about the water, the liquid portion of the earth, and then we have the biosphere. So I think that will help us to understand better. So now when we are talking about the biosphere, we are referring to that particular area of the earth that has to do with life, living things. Bio means life, sphere, life sphere. So living things, life sphere. I hope this helps you in your introductory biology, and if you find this helpful, please don't forget to share to a biology student, share to medical students. Let us continue to learn together.